Excuse me. Are you asking me?
Oh my god, I got chills already. It's so good. Every time.
Like fireflies to a flame.
Life begets death.
Gets me every time. Every time. It's so good. Good morning, everyone. I gotta say, I'm feeling pretty good today. We're reacting to more Honkai Star Rail, which is very quickly becoming my favorite Hoyoverse storyline. Easily. It's so good. And for the little younglings that don't know who I am, hello. My name is Thomas. I'm a beginner amateur animator. And when we're not animating on the channel, sometimes we like to watch really cool animations and see what we can learn from them. So today's gonna be a little different. We're gonna react to every single animated short, because you guys recommended a lot. If I like the Myriad Celestia trailers, I should watch the animated shorts too. I've seen a couple of them in the past, but that was in the past. We're gonna react to all of them anyway, and we're gonna have a good time. And a brand new animated short just came out a few days ago, so we're gonna react to that one as well at the very end. I'm very excited for that one. So the very first one we got is a flash. A flash. I don't know what this is gonna be about at all, but I'm enjoying learning all the characters. So I'm enjoying learning about all the characters. So let's see what's going on here. Okay, I can see this is already going to be quality. Wow. Oh, is that the general? Okay, it's going to be a battle between the general and the sword crescent girl. Yeah. Okay, I want to know more about her.
Heed this oath. As clouds that cover the heavens, will the knights protect the Cienjo.
Draw! Yes, master! As clouds that cover the heavens,
Will
Wait.
the knights protect the Cienjo?
She trained him? Oh yeah, awesome action.
Hold firm. A cloud knight must never let slip their will, nor let slacken their form.
yes, master!
Really reminds me of the Kakashi versus Obito fight, where they're going back and forth between their childhood and their adult fight. This is gorgeous. Very Fate. Incredibly styled like Fate.
Master,
Okay,
he
so
doesn't recognize us.
So it is with the Mara strike. To become stricken with Mara is to be a long-life species. If I too become stricken in times hereafter, you must not hold back.
Yes, Master.
gotta take me out too.
No sense of time, humanity waiting, a serious case. You should leave, Jingyuan. Jingyuan is already...
Oh my god, this action! Dude, I knew it. I knew there was more to this character. I knew it. Here we go, baby!
Your gift of instruction.
Ooh.
Pay this strike.
$9,996, $9,997, $9,998, $9,999.
Oh, when he trained him, so then when in the...
10,000.
Okay,
Cloud
okay.
Knight must never let slip their weapon. nor let slack in their form. Though, you'll have to grow a little taller before the knights will have you.
I want to be like you, General. I want to be a famous Yunjo legend.
So cute.
You do. It is a difficult road.
But that's the road you took, right, General?
Seeing as you're so full of fighting spirit.
Yeah. I won't hold back.
Dude, it is... Dude, I'm already emotional. We just started this. I just woke up. Okay, so that was pretty good. Pretty intense. Pretty intense. There's like almost this lineage of sword fighters for the Cloud Knights. And like, if your master gets too old, you got to take him out eventually. So it's like the ultimate test of becoming a Cloud Knight, right? Because by the time you're grown up, they've surpassed that longer life thing and they get corrupted into the, what were they calling them? Mana stricken, something like that. Mara stricken. That's pretty interesting. If that's true, that's kind of what I'm gathering from it. I don't know if that's actually true or not, but overall, beautiful anime. It was very cool to see how the general was trained by this girl, and then the general trained the other guy. I don't remember any of these characters' names, but I know who they are in my head. But that makes the Myriad Celestia trailer of those two very cool, because that's like kind of like his grandmother trainer that was gonna fight him, if I'm getting that right. So that's really interesting. So that was kind of cool. Like, yeah, I trained the guy that trained you, buddy. You're gonna try and fight me. That's awesome. This character, she is so cool, dude. She's really cool. This moment right here where he does his big anime, he has his big anime moment. He's like, "Thank you, master." Super anime. I absolutely loved it. It was super cool. Like, it's like 2.5 minutes in and they managed to get you emotional like right off the bat, which is really cool. And then I love how the action transitions into something a little more peaceful. Like, we get a beautiful like outside environment, and like you hear all the birds, you hear the wind, and they're just training and it's calm. So you get a nice break from the action. That's really nice. Especially after a big emotional moment, it's nice to let the viewers breathe a little bit. If you're constantly slapping them with action and high emotion, it gets a little exhausting to watch. I think this is paced very, very, very well. And I like this conversation that these two are having where he's saying like, "I want to be like you, like dad, general, whatever. I want to be famous." And he's like, "Well, that's tough. You're gonna have to do something pretty fucked up, kid." And because of that, because of what the general knows compared to what the kid knows, I don't remember any of their names again. Sorry. There's this nice contrast of the purity of youth, and then, you know, almost like the corruption of adulthood, like knowing how hard life is going to be, especially with this path that you're going to go down. You're in for some hard times. It's not easy. It's not all guts and glory. And he's like, "All right, well, let's get training." And it's just a nice way to end it. He's like, "All right, if you want to do this, you're going to have to practice fighting me, because maybe one day you're going to have to do that." So that's really interesting. That was really good. And I got emotional immediately. So before, I wasn't too interested in this arc, but if that's how it is, like kind of like your elders end up becoming like kind of like corrupted and it's guaranteed to happen, kind of like Walking Dead style, that's really cool. That is really cool. And that is messed up. That is messed up. So you have to train your children to defeat you. It's pretty sad stuff. People say, when Yanqing said he wanted to follow in his footsteps, during that long pause, I felt like Yuan was imagining Yanqing having to fight him. Exactly. And him deciding to have Yanqing spar against him in that moment was probably him trying to prepare him. Exactly. That's exactly what I'm saying. I don't think that's left up to debate. I think that's just straight up what happens in that moment there. There's not much else to interpret. I love how Jing Yuan accepted Yanqing as his disciple and is training him even after what he went through with his own master. I want them all to be happy. Yeah, for real. So it's kind of sad he's training him even knowing that, you know, he kind of went through something pretty messed up where he had to kill his own master in a way, and had to watch the corruption of someone he probably cared about the most. Which is really sad. Damn, this is a pretty heavy one. Even though it's just action, there's like a nice sad layer under there. Just before she fades away from Jing Yuan's attack, you can see Jing Liu's smile for a fleeting moment. Sad face. That was pretty sad. There was like a moment right before where she almost like came to her senses, and she was like, "I did the right thing. I trained him enough. My training was good, and I did a good job as his elder, so I can kind of like I can move on in peace. My job is done." Very anime. Very anime. Damn. Okay, next up, we have the Ichor of Two Dragons, Honkai Star Rail. I have seen this one before. Just fair warning. I've seen this one, but I'm excited to watch this with some fresh eyes, because I know a little more about these characters in the story now.
Cheers.
Hey, why the frown, Sing? You too, Imperator Lune. Let's see you smile.
Let them off the hook, Bi-Hawk. They're still sore from losing to Jing Liu.
Want a rematch? I'm always available.
The grave of a loved one, I guess. I will also say that I love Dan Heng's character design. He's one of the coolest ones in this game for me. Oh.
How long will you keep running? I have to leave. Leave. You'll find no refuge among the stars.
That's a good line. You'll find no refuge among the stars.
The High Elder
That's a good shot.
succession is as eternal and unyielding as the ancient sea. That past is yours.
Can't fight it.
You are my reincarnation. A mirror image. A past life sin must be repaid in this one. Not you! For those who defy our creed and break the succession, death is the only redemption.
Gorgeous animation. Really, really good character animation. I've always loved how they did the water in this scene. I love how the water like glows underneath the surface. It makes it feel more magical, as opposed to like the water he's standing on. It feels more like it's alive. Jeez, the sound effects.
Who shows no sign of remorse
A criminal?
deserves no mercy. You have nowhere to run.
Don Feng guilty of unpardonable sin. In light of past merit, the sentence shall be commuted to molting rebirth and eternal banishment.
Molting rebirth.
Why did you
I don't know
take
what that
this
means.
path?
Hand over the transmutation arcanum and the preceptors will spare
Why
your
did you do
life.
this? It's all because of you.
Okay, don't know what he did exactly, but I'm sure we'll learn later.
Starting today, you're one of the express crew.
Don Hung, I'm clocking off for now. Attention! The Express is about to make the jump.
Yeah, baby.
You're right. You are my past. But you won't follow me into my future!
Oh!
Blaze! A path of my own! And it's futile!
Oh my god, let's frickin' go. Oh my god. It's like... Can't be mad at that. I like the symbolism there. I'll talk about that later.
Go then. Leave. And don't look back.
Don Hung, quit daydreaming. Give me a smile.
I love March 7th, man.
Say cheese.
She's so cute.
Huh?
Are you alright? Just reminiscing.
So good.
Reminiscing about what?
Oh my god, look at the color palette in this. So nice.
Let him be, March.
You will find no refuge among the stars. Great line. All right, God, a lot to talk about there. So I understand it a little better now. It seems that Dan Hong has been accused of something in his past. I'm not sure what he did, but he's done something, some sort of unforgivable sin with this clan or whatever they are, protectors. I don't know. And he is cursed or banished or something to, what did they say? Molting rebirth. I don't know what that means. Something to do with reincarnations, but that does not matter. They're at some sort of gravesite or statue, and he's remembering his friend. I guess Dan Hong takes a sip, pours a little bit for his, I don't know, fallen comrade or whoever, and then starts to walk away. But the juice was a little too strong, and he blacks out. That's how I'm interpreting that one. That's canon now. And then his old friend comes out like creepy, dude. The way he pops out is always gonna make me laugh. Look at that. Let's look at that again. Look at this. It's like a meme, dude. Check this out. Hello. It's great, but basically this guy is what I guess would be representative of his past. You could think about that. And he more or less, they have a moral philosophical conversation on you can't ignore your past, right? You can't ignore your past. You are your past. You are what you do in the past. And the past will repeat and the past will become the future. I don't know, something like that. I don't think this is actually this isn't actually happening. This is Dan Hong kind of like resolving these inner emotions in the inside. Maybe there is some sort of like magical connection where they're, you know, in some sort of spirit world where this is actually happening, but like I like to say, it's just playing in the theater of the mind for him, an inner battle, if you will. And then he says the high elder succession is as eternal and unyielding as the ancient sea, meaning this succession in whatever you're coming to maybe be some sort of like a leader. You can't stop it. You can't stop it. It's gonna happen no matter what. You can't fight it. Dan Hong is obviously resistant to this idea, and he's trying to run away. And he says a past life sin must be repaid in this one. I don't really know what happens there, but then we get this like beautiful fight scene where they're kind of like fighting emotionally back and forth. And he says, well, if you're not gonna, you know, be my successor, then you're gonna die, buddy. You're done. And then we get this awesome fight. I love this shot here where he's traversing from left to right, kind of like pushing forward, fighting into him. That's really cool. The color palettes are really cool. I like the teal turquoise. And it's kind of like marked with like little flecks of gold. And then we get this like beautiful green jade wave almost. We get some cool animation techniques here. When the spear kind of like just shears past him, we get some nice bending of this blade here to really emphasize the weight. I really like that a lot. And the sparks that are coming off are super cool. Look at all this detail, guys. Look at all this detail in this frame here. You got all this like, all these sparkles. You got like this glistening of the water kind of like refracting off of the lens. Like how cool is that? And just overall, the VFX in this scene are just like incredible. This is so cool. Like this tornado is like freaking badass, dude. And then he calls him a criminal. I don't understand why he's a criminal. He probably stole something or whatever. And we get this badass scene of like the swirling and you see the dragons in there and you're like, oh man, Dan's cooked. Dan is absolutely cooked, dude. And then he says, you have nowhere to run, and just slaps him with that. And then he kind of like fades to black. The drink again, too strong, so he just kind of like blacked out a bit. He says, hand over the transmutation arcanum and the preceptors will spare your life. I don't know what that means. Maybe he stole, I guess he stole something, not 100% on that one. Something to do with this girl. You kind of see the blindfolded girl, my favorite, in there. I don't know what the deal is. It seems like he's done something to really mess with this this clan or whatever they are. And then we get these really gorgeous flashbacks of his life and him being accepted as he is by this Astral Express crew, right? And that kind of gives him like a second life. And he sort of wakes up, he gets this realization, even though he was about to accept it and accept his fate, right? And he says, you're right, you are my past, but you won't follow me into the future. Meaning my doubts, my thoughts, whatever I got going on up here, I'm gonna let that go. I'm gonna let this go. And then we get this beautiful crescendo of light where he melts away the water and everything's like golden now, almost angelic like, right? He's like, whoa. And now he's like outlined in gold, which is kind of cool. That's just a cool little addition, kind of like Chinese style animation that they do sometimes, which is pretty sweet. And then we get one big final showdown, and Dan Hong does his big fancy transformation. So handsome, So handsome, isn't he? I love this shot. One of my favorite shots of this little animated short here, where he comes flying down right here. Absolutely gorgeous with the dragon swirling around him. He's got like a calm, almost placid look on his face. He's calm. He's calm. He's like water, right? He shoots the dragon out. So handsome, by the way. And he's like, and then they just kind of pass by each other. One thing I like a lot is that this character, this guy at the bottom, he's kind of always looking this way. He's looking to stage left, and Dan Heng is always essentially more or less looking stage right. They don't really cross sides, and that really helps push this whole narrative of this story, which is like this guy is like the past. So he's always looking to the left, and the left is always the past, right? Dan Heng is always facing to the right, looking into the future. The clashing of past and present. I like how they do that. And then to really drive this home, we get this shot here of them standing between the statue, right? This is, I guess, the ideal or whatever this is. We have the man facing the past, looking the past, and we have Dan Heng who's looking towards the future. That's really cool. And then the rain comes down, and it's kind of like a cleansing feeling, right? Like this is a new thing. Everything's getting washed away. Everything's cleansed. It's free. It's fresh now. And he's like, you know what? You're good, my dude. Sorry about that. I've been acting a little wild. It's been hard at home. I haven't been getting much sleep. Anyway, I'm out. Deuces. And he dips. And Dan Heng gets a nice little smile. He's like, okay. And he seems to be, maybe for now, at peace. That's nice. That's nice. There's a lot to pull from that trailer. Then we get these beautiful shots of everyone kind of hanging out. March 7th being cute. This guy being cute. I actually don't know this guy's name either. Don't know much about him. And then Traveler, right? And then everything is in a beautiful sunset scene. And sunsets are like the end, right? Sunsets are like the end of things. So that means like a chapter is ending in Dan Heng's life. And tomorrow, the sun is going to rise on a new chapter. That's what I'm gathering from that. And I just love the colors in this. They're so beautiful. Then we get this little thing here of March 7th being like, come on, be happy. And he's like, this character is always kind of like not there in the head. So it's interesting to see what's really going on in his head at all times. He's kind of like spacey, or like he's not really there. He's kind of reserved because this is going on. He's got this big secret, I guess. He's got a lot going on in his head. So he's never really like fully engaged in the present, but hopefully moving forward, he will be after this. So shout out Dan Heng. Looking forward to seeing more of him. Can we just talk about how majestic Dan Heng looks when he transforms? He really does. He looked absolutely beautiful, stunning even. He was like a model, dude. Top tier animation aside, great story here. Dan Heng finally accepts his past, yes, but chooses to not let it tie him down and walk a new future. Well said. Very well said. Dan Heng forcing a path for himself, literally a trailblazer. That's very true. I love it. I do love that too. That's a really interesting insight. I don't know, dude. Dan Heng gives me big like main character energy. He could easily be the main character of his own like shonen anime, like easily. Okay, what do we got next? We got a quick one. It's a minute long. We have a moment among the stars, sparkling tricks. Oh, this might be about sparkles. Yep.
The world's just like a big non-stop circus, showcasing beasts crawling all day and night. Bears on unicycles, lions leaping through fire hoops, monkeys juggling bowls. Me, I'm happy being a side character in the background, cheering on those who have the limelight. Then at the climax of the performance, bang! Sparkling like fireworks into brilliant colors. You think the leading character would dare do this?
Oh, that one was really good too. What is she up to, man? What's going on here? First off, I love her theme. Her theme is still the best one so far. Still the best soundtrack in this entire game. Hands down, dude. Hands down. I guess not too much to go over here, but she's sort of like, I like this shot of her like sitting on top of the building, the city, kind of her looking down, right? When you get characters and especially villains that are like on top of buildings looking down into the cities, kind of Gotham Joker style, they're typically planning something. It feels like they're looking down on the city and they got big plans for the city. They're kind of like, they're on top, but no one sees them up there. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? That makes sense in my head. We're going to move on here. Her character design's really cool. Really traditional Chinese theater stuff with little extra frivolities here. And the character's just like super cute. I just love this character so much. She doesn't make any sense. And every time I watch a trailer, I end up being more confused than when I started. But hey, she's pretty cool. I love this fishy thing they do in all of her trailers. Kind of reminds me of the game Cyberpunk. If you ever go to Konpeki Plaza in the middle of the Cyberpunk environment, the world environment, they have like big holographic fish swimming around up there. It's really cool. I don't think that's a direct shout out. I just love how similar that looks, and I love cyberpunk. She has this weird rant where she talks about bears on unicycles, monkeys juggling bowls. Kind of like it's all whatever. Like all of this, everything that's going on in life in this world, whatever. She doesn't matter to her. It's just a bunch of bears and monkeys dancing around, really. That's all she sees them as, right? And then she falls off and we get this really cool shot of her seemingly falling to her death. And she says, "Me, I'm happy being a side character in the background," which is very interesting because a character like her is typically not okay with doing that, right? These crazy characters, they're typically like desperate to be in the limelight. And then at the climax of the performance, bang, sparkling like fireworks into brilliant colors. So that clearly to me means that, like, I don't know, she's got some sort of plan, right? She's fine with letting everyone, all these main characters, all these danhangs and their like handsome faces and their cool storylines, she's happy with them. Take the limelight. Let me do my little work in the shadows. I'm cool with that, because when you least expect it, I'm gonna do something big. And I don't know what that plan is. Maybe they haven't even revealed that in the story yet. I don't know. I haven't played the game. I am gonna play the game. Okay, stop asking me. I'm playing the game. I don't have enough space on my hard drive right now. I got a bunch of games on there right now, but I will play the game. Okay, I've played a bit of Genshin Impact. All right, I've played actually quite a bit of Genshin Impact. I've played a bit of Zenless. I just want to say I love this little sequence here of the gloved hand and the ungloved hand kind of like concealing and swirling in flames. I like that. It's kind of like misdirection-y. I don't think maybe it doesn't mean anything, but it's just cool. It's a cool shot. We've got a mask and she grabs the mat. Like, these are just cool. It's just a cool sequence. And she says this really interesting line. "You'd think the leading character would dare to do this?" That's cool. And I'm hooked, man. I really want to know what's up with Sparkles. Or is she just crazy? I don't know. But she has this giant fish swimming around, and I don't know. I like the fish. But that's cool. That's a good trailer. And like, I don't know, man. Like, how many trailers has this character got already? She's not a side character, man. They've given her. She's getting a lot of attention. So I think they're really ramping up for something big with her if they haven't done it already. Okay, moving on. We got Harmony Greets the New Year. Honkai Star Rail. Maybe like a nice little Christmas special episode. Maybe. Let's take a look. Okay, happier music.
Is this?
It's what the Xianzhou people use in their traditional dance.
Oh.
Dragon's form and lion's likeness. Put them on. You two will be performing shortly.
Oh, these two. Uh-oh. Wait. These ones are funny. This is the girl that got slapped by that cylinder block, right?
That's what brings them to
or
life.
Slammed. Oh.
All right. On with it.
Everyone! Dragons and lions, we're second to none.
Oh.
So give us a cheer. It's time for some fun. The show has begun.
Awesome colors. Really great contrast with that blue and yellow. Oh. Okay, a little style switch up.
Might. Both heaven and earth alike are bathed in light. Toward the sun, the
look at that.
Starts to soar. As echoing through the clouds, the lions roar.
Ooh, I love how flowy this animation is. So liquid.
The dragon shaketh from the skies. As tearing through the lands, the lion flies. Both wind and rain imbue the mountain air. The one without the other, half as fair. In evil's grasp, the Xianzhou starts to quake.
Oh.
The land submerged in turgid evil's wake.
This is so
Throughout
good.
the dells are felt the scars of war, inviting wind and barren sands and more. The dragon, now deprived of water's home. The lion, weak from battle, all alone.
Oh.
Outnumbered in the order 10 to 1. How then is the battle to be won?
Oh.
Yet dragon, lion, both return to fight. evil vanquished lies tomorrow's earth, from which we reap the joy of laughter, wine, and mirth.
Wow, gorgeous. Peace and prosperity for all. Was that planned, or they just ad-libbed that? Pretty awesome. Either way. Look at all the characters. Aw, that was a nice one. And we got some cool, like, lore storytelling in that one. That was pretty fun. That was pretty fun. That was a really cute one. I've never seen that one before. So it's like kind of like a Christmas festival, or I don't know, like a take on Chinese New Year. I'm not sure what the event is, but getting Christmassy Chinese New Year vibes. These two find a dragon and a lion, and then he like brings them to life, I guess, using this magic paint. And they go off and do a performance. Pretty fun. We get this like gorgeous splash of color here. I love this shot. Take a look at this when all these pops up, and then we get these beautiful colors here. Look at all these gorgeous colors. Look at this. Look at all the colors in here, and it all melds so nicely. It's so nice. It feels so good. And then we get these two just dancing around, having fun, being like, hello, the show is starting, everyone. The show is starting. Very cool. And then it goes into like this beautiful 2D style. I love this. And they tell like a poem haiku style story, basically about a dragon, the dragon and the lion, and how both work in perfect harmony, and one can't be without the other. Saying something like, you know, the dragon controls the clouds and the rain, and then the lion uses that rain and the power that comes from, you know, the power of water and sustenance to be able to you know, control the land, right? So they kind of like operate together. I also just love how flowy all of this animation is. It's just gorgeous. And I really love that when a lot of the time in Honkai Star Rail and other Hoyoverse animations, when they're going into like a really ancient story, they always kind of revert back to this really traditional style of painting and animation, which is really cool. Makes you just feel like it's a story that's been passed down from, you know, mouth to mouth over the years, and that's really awesome. And then these thorns start to grab the Shanzhou, and then there's like turmoil in this, and land submerged in Turgid's evil wake and all that. It's just cool. And then in the meantime, while all this bad stuff is happening to the dragon and lion, we also have something tense happening over here as well. So there's like two stories going on at the same time, which is fun. You know, and I guess in the old stories, the dragon and lion, in this case, were completely alone. It was two of them versus, you know, an order of 10, whatever they're saying. But, you know, just before the dragon and lion are about to fall, there's all these other people who are willing to help. The general's ready to do something. Dan Hong's also stepping in. You know, the dragon and lion are failing and need help, and all these other people are here to step in. You know, I don't know what the story is about that, but I do think it's interesting that this guy and Dan Hong are the two people that react to it. This guy kind of gives me lion vibes, and especially with this golden, his large man, he kind of has like golden colors in his aesthetic, and Dan Hong is like is a water dragon, right? So that's kind of cool that they chose those two characters. I don't know if that's foreshadowing or something, but I do like that a lot. That's pretty awesome. Then Dan Hong saves them. Aww, that's nice. And they're able to continue their performance with confidence. That's pretty fun. And then we get this shot which kind of depressed me a little bit. We kind of get this dragon and lion swirling into darkness. I don't know. I didn't like that for foreshadowing, but this dragon, or the lion, is not looking too good. Looks like he's probably dead. And the dragon's like kind of like comforting him as they both go into the darkness together. I don't like that. So it looks like they've passed for whatever reason. We get another line which says, "In evil vanquished lies tomorrow's birth." So it kind of ties back into that old thing we were watching in the Myriad Celestias, right? Where they were talking about, where Dan Hong was talking about what is immortality and perseverance? Is that just the cycle of life and death? When something dies, it marks the start of something new every single time. So is that immortality? So that's a cool thing that they're tying in there. I like that. I like that a lot. And then it ends, peace and prosperity for all. Very cool. Very cute. Everyone cheers. We're all happy. Blah, blah, blah. That's pretty fun. That was a fun one. It made me laugh. I thought there was going to be a little more physical humor because those two are really funny. I'm still laughing my ass off when she was laying on the table and she had that giant brick slab on her and the other girl jumps on it. Very funny. Anyway. Okay, next. We got something big coming up here. Ooh, we got a big one. I'm very excited about this one. I've seen this one already. I've actually watched this one several times. This is one of my favorites. We have Rondo shadow across countless kalpas. Let's watch it with some fresh eyes, though. Let's take a look. I love this one.
The remembrance is no different than the sea. Never gaze upon its surface on a starless night. Waiting for someone. Then, how about a dance?
It's just so good, dude. I'm already smiling. If this is your first time watching it with me, you're gonna be in for a treat here.
My gaze has lingered on her for quite a while. And tonight, I initiate our first engagement.
Look how
The
smooth
Galaxy
this
Ranger,
animation is. Look how
as
sensual it
mysterious
is.
as the rumors suggest. A blend of nobility and reticence. Yet, in this nocturnal hunt, the Ranger is not the only one who hunts.
I love how you can hear all the clothes ruffling, and every time
At
skin
this
touches skin,
distance,
you can hear it
the
as
more
well. It's very
enchanting
sensual.
we
It feels very intimate. God, the
Without a
animation is
doubt,
just so great.
she seeks the Watchmaker's legacy. In this game, everyone lies. But
so great.
memories do not. Just keeps on getting better, doesn't it? Everyone has a past, and the past shapes the present. Some people hold on to memories, while others are haunted by them, unable to escape. That is why I took action. I want to know what she is.
So she's curious about her, huh? She wants to know more.
Many were drawn to this feast.
The dance is almost like a pursuit.
The IPC,
It's almost like a
Garden
hunt.
of
Notice how she's like
Recollection.
dancing around her while one
Fools.
stalks the other. It's pretty
the
interesting.
nameless,
And they come together briefly and then they separate. The hunt
Annihilation
happens
Day.
again.
They should have been present, but Duke Inferno is dead.
Oh!
He and his children won't be attending. What have you done, beautiful Ranger?
Careful.
Excuse me. Are you asking me?
Oh my god, I got chills already. So good. Every time. Look at all this prey hunting down, or it's hunters hunting down prey. A black hole, nothingness, death.
Who are the Annihilation Gang?
My gaze has lingered on her for quite a while, and tonight is our final engagement. The Galaxy Ranger? No, I've made a grave mistake. Everyone has a past, but for some, their past is a silent abyss, filled with those who drowned in it.
Annihilation Gang. Annihilation Gang. Oh. Those guys.
insane. Dude, like, one of the best animated shorts so far. The best animated short so far. I love that one so much. Again, there's like barely any action in it. There's no action, there's no fighting, but it's still the most intense, deep animation that I've seen out of all of this so far. It's crazy, dude. So it starts with this really interesting line that sets up the plot for kind of like the rest of this short. The remembrance is no different than the sea. Never gaze upon its surface on a starless night. So never gaze out onto the sea on a starless night. I don't exactly know what that means, but the thought is, if you looked out into the sea on a starless night, you would see nothing, right? It would be an abyss of nothingness. So that's pretty interesting and kind of sets up the mood of this entire trailer. And I just absolutely love this one. It kind of starts with Black Swan here being like, hello, you want to have a dance? And there's like kind of really fun sexual undertones. There's a lot of like ASMR when they're moving. You can hear all their footsteps like sliding on the material. You can hear when their hands touch each other, like there's like sliding sounds. The clothing is very like, it all feels very real. Like you're in there, you're in the dance as well. Something I said while I was reacting is a lot of the time you'll see this character, I think her name is Black Swan. She's sort of like circling around the ranger, right? I'm gonna call her Ranger for this. In her headcanon, she's the hunter, kind of like circling prey. That's probably how she's been going through life the whole time, right? She's circling around her. She's like getting behind her, touching her, kind of like invading her space. Ranger like looks away. She looks at the side. She's uncomfortable, kind of like going along with it, right? And Black Swan is like in control of the dance. She's leading. She's the one that's kind of like leading the narrative of the story as well, asking questions. Kind of, she's the one doing the monologuing as well. She's in control, right? Or so she thinks. The music was also incredible. These shots are all absolutely incredible. The animation of the dance was so subtly brilliant. I absolutely loved it. I see how there's another shot of her circling around. That's so interesting. And then everything fades away and she keeps trying to get a little bit more and the Ranger like pulls away. That's interesting. And Black Swan is always maintaining eye contact with Ranger, and Ranger's sort of always like looking away, not often meeting her gaze. Even when they get really close like that, Ranger's eyes are sort of down. Their eyes are meeting here, but most of the time her eyes are down, kind of like looking away. Like she won't address her. And she says, everyone has a past and the past shapes the present. So from what I've gathered from this Black Swan character, she can go into your memories from what I'm understanding. So the idea here is that she wants to understand who this person is. Something has happened. She said the Annihilation gang is like dead, right? The Annihilation gang is no more. Sorry, rip. What's your story? What have you been up to? You know, she's looking for an alibi, more or less, right? And the Black Swan says, I want to know what she is. So she's obviously just intrigued by this character as well. It almost seems like a game to her, like all of this, like she can see everyone's past, so therefore she can sort of determine the future, right? If she knows what everyone's motives and what they've done, she can kind of accurately predict what they're going to do in the future. So this is all kind of a game to her. She's just been playing around. And she says the Annihilation gang was supposed to be at this feast, but Duke Inferno is dead. Our man Duke Inferno. Sorry, pour one out for Dookie. And she says, you know, what have you done? Do you know what's up? Did you have anything to do with that? And she has this like cocky look on her face, which is pretty interesting. And then she gazes into her eyes, right? And then we go into her past, and then we get this really cool shot of just basically gray and nothingness. And we see Duke Inferno's head. We see Duke Inferno's mangled body, right? And then we get our beautiful through the monocle, right? As she's peering in, we get this awesome transition to the other person, who she really is, right? Or whatever she is. And she says, oh, wait, are you asking me? Right? And we get this great shot of her being like, uh-oh, whoops. And then the music changes, the dance changes, the Ranger's in complete control of this dance, if you could call it that. But it's not really a dance, it's borderline abuse, right? Ranger's just throwing her around, and Black Swan is horrified, terrified, scared for her life the whole time as she gets basically just tossed around. But I love this sequence of where she's like kind of like scattering her and then like bringing her back and then smashing her again, ripping her heart out, essentially. Like it's almost like she's killing her and rebuilding her over and over again. Like it's just a cool shot. In the background, it feels tense because in the background there's this snake like like eating an animal that's getting overlaid in the background. It's terrifying. You don't even notice it while you're watching it, but it makes you feel just like super uncomfortable. Like there's like something's happening here. And then there's these flashes of like a hunting animal. I guess it's a snake, right? Like these really disconcerting shots here. These are all very uncomfortable, of death and destruction. And we got these kind of like bones of like a bird, of like almost like an ancient animal. I don't know. It's just so weird and uncomfortable, and it doesn't make any sense. And this really cool sequence of these animals chasing down prey, essentially. Like a bear hunting a rabbit, you have wolves hunting down the ox, you got sharks getting the little fishies, spiders wrapping up its prey, its insects, and then we also have a Venus flytrap. I didn't notice that, catching the fly. That's kind of cool. This shot here, I have no idea what this is. It's like some sort of apple. Is that an apple going into... I have no idea what's going on there. I don't know what that is. Then we get a shot of the black hole, and a black hole is just nothingness, right? Black hole is null, void, there's nothing. There's nothing there. There's absolutely nothing there, right? And that's kind of what she got for peering into the abyss, right? She didn't really get a past. She got... all she sees there is death and nothing. It's not even death and destruction. It's just nothing, right? And then a flashing shot of probably all the people that she's encountered that have maybe done something similar to what Black Swan tried to do, right? Crazy, just a crazy intense trailer. And then the dance ends with the Ranger in complete control, also just beautifully composed here, with everyone sort of watching. Black Swan looks like she's essentially dead, and Ranger is like a hunter again over its defeated prey. So a lot of like hunter versus hunted stuff going on here. It was really cool. I like how they flipped the script like halfway through. And then she says, who's that? Like, I don't know who that is. I've got no clue. So it kind of served a double purpose where she was also like escaping culpability. She was saying like, I know nothing about that. I don't know what you're talking about. Wink, wink. And then at the end, we get Ranger walking away. And I love this shot because we get this huge looming shadow from this like small character who's down in the background. The shadow doesn't move as she's like slowly walking. I'm assuming she's walking away, but the shadow barely moves. Look at that. It's like massive and unmoving. How terrifying is that? And then we get all these bodies kind of coming down, right? Her past is a silent abyss. And these are the people that, as the quote says, these are the people who drowned in the abyss. They looked into the starless sea, as they would say. And then an interesting little quirky thing she does at the end, and she's saying Annihilation Gang, Annihilation Gang. She's like, who is that, right? And then she stops and goes, oh yeah, them. Oh yeah, I remember them. Whatever, right? Like it's nothing. It's nothing. Like the Annihilation Gang, I don't know exactly what happened in that scenario, but it seems to her, they met her and were just, they weren't even like in a fight. They just gazed too deep into her and were just gone. That's kind of like the vibe I get from her, you know? Like they crossed paths and she just erased them. And to her, it's nothing. Like things that just come into contact with her are just gone, you know? And it just happens. It doesn't really mean anything to her. It's a black hole. She's uncaring, right? Wow, that's scary. That's scary. But yeah, one of my favorite animations from all of the Honkai Star Rail universe. Like it's just so good, dude. It's so good. The dance is like incredible. The art style is just incredible. The music and the way the music changes, the way the story flips like that, it's just like crazy good, man. It's crazy good. Duke Inferno, you took everything from me. Akron, I don't even know who you are. Exactly. That's it. People around them, ah, lovely dancers. Black Swan seeing horrors beyond her comprehension. Yeah, that was tough. That was tough to watch for her. But she kind of had it coming. She's like kind of been like sauntering around this world, being like thinking she's better than everyone. And then I'm glad she kind of ran into someone that kind of put her in her place. There's bigger things going on here, buddy. Top 10 first dates that got wrong. The worst thing she can do is say no. Sinister, absolutely sinister. All right, next one we got. This is another quickie, 30 seconds, but I want to see it anyway, so I want to watch all of these. Robin and Colors collab makeup advert. Mine a Vesper. Oh, it's just like a makeup collab. Let's see what this one's about. Oh, that's from the Acron trailer, right? Oh, the music.
Apply your color.
Sweet. So this is kind of what's playing. Is that Robin? I'm confused. Is this Acron or Robin? I'm very confused. Did they put Robin in a thing? But they've got the ears. Like she's got the wings. So this must be Robin, right? I'm very confused about that. Who needs to pull for Acron when you can become one? I don't know. I guess it is Robin. Oh, Robin as her. Okay, sure. that's fine. It's just a little fun trailer anyway. But I like how they took this clip and they used it in the other Acron trailer, because I saw that was like up on the billboards, right? As she was looking, she was like, huh, who is that? What's going on here? So that's a nice little way to put some more cool stuff in there. I like that. Anyway, okay, we got another quickie. A moment among the stars, inherently unjust destiny.
Oh, triple-faced soul, please sear his tongue and palms with a hot iron, so that he will not be able to fabricate lies and make false vows.
Oh, what are you so upset about?
Question. Are you an Avgin from Sigonia?
An Avgin?
Yes. Are you your clan's sole survivor?
Perhaps. As a servant, you should not resist your master. Yet, you went and killed that man anyway. Perhaps you ought to represent yourself.
I bet you won't send me to the gallows.
Do you hate and wish to destroy this world with your own hands?
Oh, okay. A little more flavor. I like it.
Let's assume, just assuming now, that every time I roll the dice, there's a possibility of achieving this particular outcome. Then I would be quite happy to make that wager.
What was he up to? What was that man up to? Yeah, I don't know much about Adventurine at all, so I definitely want to know more. So I guess I'm gonna have to play the game. But it seems to be some sort of trial. They do a lot of trials in this game. It would seem. Seems to be in his past. He was asked, "Are you an Avgin from Sigonia?" And he says yes. And then once he answers that, his village gets wiped out. Interesting. And then he says, "Are you the clan's sole survivor?" And he says, like, perhaps. And then there's blood everywhere. So I don't know. I don't know what's going on here. He's got chains and he's holding something. There's a dead guy, I guess. He like ripped out his heart, or did he beat him with these chain fists? I don't know what's going on here. Looks like he defied his master. Kind of went against the grain here a little bit. And he says, I bet you won't send me to the gallows. And he says, do you hate and wish to destroy this world with your own hands? So it looks like as a child, he was like, he had some pretty tragic backstory there. And he says, every time I roll the dice, there's a chance that something's going to happen, something very specific. I wonder what that specific thing is. And then we get this cool 2D drawing of him. That's pretty sweet. I don't know much about his story, so I can't comment too much on it, but that's a fun little side trailer there. Okay, we got another quickie. I like these quick ones. A Moment Among the Stars, non-zero sum game. Let's see what this one's about.
Your humble servant, Adventurine, at your disposal.
Okay, we get more Adventurine lore.
Just a cog in the machine known as the Strategic Investment Department.
He's so flashy.
I can also play the role of friend.
The role of friend.
Use me as you wish. Even stab me in the back if you see fit. I don't make deals that don't pay off. So I hope you don't disappoint me.
Oh, fun. Okay. You get to see, like, I guess, like, what he does for his job, the Strategic Investment Department. So it looks like he's like, you know, you can invest. I like that line where he says, like, you can even stab me in the back. Like, whatever, I don't care. Like, everything I've done is always going to pay off anyway. So, like, even if you're stabbing me in the back, it's worth it. Or, like, I've already calculated for it or something. I don't know exactly what that means. But he's such an interesting character, man. I can see why you guys are really interested. But he's so flashy, and I can see how he gets everything done. Because, like, look at him. He's so charming. He's got cool stuff on. Is that tattoo, like, is that kind of like when he was like a kid where like his people like kind of like enslaved or like kind of, you know, so maybe he was like marked or branded. That's kind of cool. Well, it's not cool, but it's an interesting backstory thing. Yeah, I like him. He kind of like flashes. He's looking flashy. He just hits everyone with like a whole lot of money, and he probably is very good at convincing people. That's the vibe I'm getting here. He's like, do whatever you want. I don't care. Do whatever you want. I'm giving you this money. This is gonna pay off in the long run, even if you stab me in the back. That's pretty interesting. Okay, what else we got here? What else we got? We got before the show starts, a concert animated commercial. Okay, whatever. Let's watch it anyway. I'm liking all the animations, so it's Kafka. What are they trying to sell me today? Oh, Kafka, she's so fun. Oh, look at the little icons. Oh. What is going on? This guy is so ridiculous. Yep. These transitions are great. A lot of characters. Where are we all going? We're going to the party. They're all playing an instrument. Oh, I thought she was gonna sing. Okay, so there's like a live stream. That's pretty sweet. Yeah, this one was fun. I liked all the characters. Kafka shopping sounds kind of weird to me. I don't know why, but we have this character. I still remember her name. Jing Liu. Is that her name or is that someone else's name? She gives her these medallions. I don't know why that upset her, but it obviously has for some reason. She's like, "That's not legal tender," and then hits her with the blades. It's a funny shot of the other guy going, "Oh, okay." The Knight of Beauty, handing him a card. I guess an invitation for the night. It looks like he's handing out invitations. Everyone's like, yeah, good job. Adventurine looking fine as hell, sleeping. Grabs his iPad, and he's got his little kitties, whatever those things are. They're so cute. I don't know what they are. But yeah, it's a cool way to get people interested. You get everyone's favorite characters in there. Again, you get Robin here with her disguise fooling absolutely no one. And then you got all them doing a little performance together. It's kind of fun. Just a fun way to get people excited about the live stream, I guess. That's fun. I like it. Okay, I've seen this one also. And this is also up there with a rondo across countless kalpas, whatever it's called. This is probably up there as my other favorite one. So it's these two. I've watched this one a few times, but I want to watch it again now that we've learned a little more about the characters. So let's get into it. Let's get into it. I'm excited. This is the Embers of Glamour.
Command! Firefly requesting reinforcements. The Swan requesting reinforcements to Rift Valley. Forward! Requesting reinforcements. I repeat, requesting reinforcements.
Crazy. You seen the first Matrix when there's the swarm or whatever swarming around them? Kind of reminds me of this. So flashy. Holy.
On your feet. The target straight ahead. Keep pushing forward.
Affirmative.
The music's so good. So they're pushing towards some kind of target. I'm not sure what it is. Yeah, just like great explosion VFX. The animation's just so good. I guess that's the target. But they gotta get through all of these bug thingies. Oh.
Whoever's still alive, cover me. I'm going for the Swarm Mother. Copy.
The Swarm Mother. Okay, that's who they're taking out.
What's this? Activate it when you see the signal.
This is a great sequence. Look at that. Oh! Did he just rip his face out? I don't know. That's about.
Commencing scorched earth operations for Her Majesty.
Her Majesty.
Oh, it's like a GPS. Whoa! Blasted. All the bugs got scorched too. Looks like everyone. I think everyone died. Oh, another survivor.
Born to fight. Such is the honor of Glamoth's iron cavalry. For Her Majesty.
It's kind of sad. Is she finally realizing all of this is crazy?
Why do we live?
Oh, they are. I think they're probably like clones, right?
But Glamoth no longer exists.
Oh, it doesn't? What happened to Glamoth?
I dreamed of a scorched earth. A new shoot sprouted from the earth. It bloomed in the morning sun and whispered to me. Like fireflies into a flame.
Life begets death.
Gets me every time. It's so good. I got full body chills. Did she just destroy the whole planet? She did. Scorched Earth.
Fireflies dancing among the stars.
How does she know, man? How does she just so casual about everything that's going on in this world? She just saw like a space alien blow up a planet. She's like, oh, that's normal. Anyway, I love this trailer. I love this trailer. Like every good trailer gets right into the action. We get lots of cool robot explosions stuff, fighting monsters. I just love it so much. I love that they're always like outlined in red. It really like signifies like danger. It's making them feel like something bad is always happening. So they're in it. They're in the thick of it right now. This is just, it's just so good. There's just so much cool explosions and there's like people fighting for each other and whatever. And like an army of like basically Gundams, unstoppable Gundams fighting this swarm army. It's just so cool. Again, I don't know, like she said Glamoth is dead, is gone. I don't know what that means. But this is just an amazing trailer. Really gives me like retro Gundam vibes. I love the way it's animated. I love the way it's drawn. I love the way it's shaded. The music's beautiful. We get like a fun fight scene right at the beginning. And then this guy, I guess, throws the GPS and then they use like like some sort of targeting system, right? It looks like a targeting system. Yeah, from what I can see, lands right on the big bad guy and they hit him with, let me see. Looks like a space laser, some kind of space laser. Yep, comes out of the sky and we get this awesome explosion. So good. And then she wakes up in the ashes of her comrades and enemies and she starts to cry and says, why are we doing this? You know, she saw like this one was just like, she died basically. This person essentially passes away right in front of her and then she's like, what's the deal with all this? Why are we doing this? And she asks, why do we die? Why do we live? Like, you know, what's the purpose of this? What's the purpose of our life and my life specifically? I like that a lot. And she says, she looks up into the sky and there's nothing there. It's just her and then the littered corpses of her enemies and friends, and that really signifies that there's just nothing, right? She's alone. And then I guess feeling alone, feeling like there's nothing, she goes into, I guess what this credo is, maybe it's the credo of Glamoth or like something that some sort of speech that they say, right? And then by saying that, it kind of like makes her feel not alone and really maybe reminds her of her purpose, right? She says, I dream of a scorched earth. A new shoot sprouted from the earth. Yeah, and then a tree kind of grows, like life grows. I don't know. I actually don't know much about this. I'm very curious about it. We get this like awesome awesome music sequence where her purpose is almost like renewed as this swarm kind of comes in, I guess, to like take her out. We get this awesome transformation sequence with the music. It's just so good. She flies toward them and then boom, absolutely decimates the planet. Scorched earth, baby. That's what I like to see. And then Kafka's just sitting there in her tea. Maybe she just pulled up on her ship in the aftermath to grab this girl. Maybe that's, now that I'm thinking about it, that's probably what she did. She's pulled up. Maybe she needs this girl for whatever reason. I don't know. But she can destroy a planet, so she's pretty strong. Anyway, super emotional trailer. I love that one. Okay, what do we got next? We have another a moment among the stars. Bana Jade exchange. Okay, God, gonna be a Jade one. All right, I'm preparing myself. Hello.
Wealth is the recipe to happiness. Giving it to those who desire happiness is making the best use of it.
Oh.
Anyone can receive this blessing. They only have to pay an equivalent price. I don't mind if customers buy back their collateral after they accomplish what they want. But I'll propose an even better alternative to them.
Wow.
A way to make them go further and climb higher at a small price. Guess what they choose in the end.
She's so good, man. She's so good.
Hello. My name is Jade. I'm here at your request. What are you willing to exchange?
That's good, man. That's good. All right. So she obviously like uses contracts and gives people their desires to get them what they want, and that's how she controls people. So that's kind of fun. She has a whip. We all like that. And then I like how the contract fades into actual jewelry. So that's kind of fun. This guy is just the character for the show. And this star thing is just the shiny thing. I don't think that represents anything specific. It's just the shiny thing that is desire, right? That's just the desire. And this man is always watching it, always chasing it. He's not even looking at Jade while she's like this massive thing controlling him. He's not even looking at her. He doesn't even know. Maybe he doesn't even know she's there. He doesn't even understand that he's a piece on this keyboard, right? On this chessboard, not a keyboard. As he's standing there, she's moving other pieces around him. So probably other people that she's manipulating, and she gets to kind of control the entire battlefield. She's playing everything. And then the chessboard gets destroyed, and he's like kind of hopping along to her tune, and she's like this giant god, and she's like dangling the little thing in front of him, and he's following it, right? Getting higher and higher into a more precarious position, right? And then she snaps her fingers. It's gone. It was probably never there in the first place. And then everything crumbles down, and he falls into her trap, I guess. And then she owns that guy forever. I also think it's very interesting that they're using a snake as kind of like her animal. I guess in a previous video, we talked about how snakes can represent, especially in like Christian religious themes, snakes can represent temptation, right? When Eve, in the story of Adam and Eve, they were cast out from heaven. I think that's what it was. A snake, who was the devil, offered them an apple. So I thought that was pretty interesting. So snakes can kind of represent that. Also, snakes are just sneaky. Snakes are just sneaky guys, you know, sneaky guys and girls. We love them. We love some snakes. Overall, it's just a good trailer just to give her a little more depth. And like, you already know what she's about, but to see how she works, how her mind operates, that's cool. Some cool extra flavor. I just love her so much. I don't even need to sign a contract. I'll just listen to whatever she says, man. Whatever she wants to do, I'm on board. You can move me around like a chess piece any day. Another quick one. Lots of little quick ones here. Okay, so we got a Lost and Adrift, a moment among the stars. I like it. I like these moment among the stars ones. These are fun. Let's see what this one's about.
Worldly matters are fickle.
Oh, the cooking guy.
Twists and turns.
I haven't seen this one.
Crisscrossing paths.
So he's calmly navigating a maze.
You leave Rainsore Lake and step onto the battlefield. A healer's purpose is to mend wounds and save lives.
Okay.
You pull the dying from death's grip. Okay. Only to see them march back into it.
So he's like a healer he's like a combat medic?
Is child's play. Saving the world is as hard as reaching the heavens. Do I press forward?
You see a character looking backwards to the left and forwards to the right again, like Don Hong. The Don Hong trailer.
How does a healer heal himself? They answer with victory. Every life saved makes for the salvation of all. Now, you must make another choice. Will the result of this treatment be life or death?
Okay.
Are you ready to face the end? Ciao Ciao.
Jiao Cho. Oh, interesting. Who's Jiao Cho? I like that one. I like this character a lot. He's pretty cool. So obviously a tormented character in a way. He's kind of like navigating a maze at the beginning, maybe navigating his own problems, right? This is an issue. He can't really find the way out to this problem as vines encroach on him, right? And he kind of presents his problem to the viewer, right? You can save one person. Easy. That's easy. I can save anyone. No problem. But how do you save the world? That's the question he's asking himself. That's the maze, I guess, he's trying to navigate, right? As he goes further and deeper into this maze, deeper into this thought, there's more fire, and then we kind of transition to like the fire of the battlefield. We get this cool shot here of him looking looking forward and back. Do I press forward or run away? Right, again, like the Don Hong trailer, two characters looking back and forward with the main premise of this character in the middle. It's kind of cool. He's got like a sad look on his face now, so he's pretty sad about it. And then as he looks into the water, typically looking into reflections of water can represent looking back into memories, right? So he looks back at this character, I don't remember her name, the what's her name? The wizard, the magician, the Fang, something like that. She's cool though. How does a healer heal himself is what he asks. And then he says with victory, if we win, it was all worth it. And every life saved makes for the salvation of all. So that's kind of fun. And then he asks, are you ready to face the end? Jiao Chu? Who's this? Oh, it's him. He asks himself, are you ready to face the end? That's interesting that he asked himself that question. Okay, interesting. I don't know why he did that, but yeah. So another character that seems to be always smiling, always laughing. He's cooking, he's happy, he's a fun guy, but he's you know, sad on the inside. That's good. It's good writing. Very good writing. Okay, so this is the one that just came out a few days ago. I'm very excited to see this one. This has been an absolute blast, by the way. This has been super fun. Thank you so much for recommending all these. Keep the recommendations coming, okay? I want to see more of this stuff. I think I'm getting through a lot of the Honkai Star Rail content, but we can do more. We can figure out something else. Anyway, taking it easy. Honkai Star Rail animated short. Let's check it out. Let's dig into this one. I am so excited. Okay, two characters. Oh, it's the general and what's her name? Oh. Okay. Seeing two very different morning routines. Oh, this is awesome. I love this. General discussion. Oh god, this food is so good. Well, they both like food. But he takes his sweet time with everything. I love it. Brings a little packed lunch. Very cute. Cool. Cool transition. She's a morning person. She's like me. This is honestly, that's like how my morning goes. Oh, that's a big city. It's like, all right, I'll see you there. Gotta be there for 10. God, she is so sick. Woo! God, I really want to see more of her. She's so cool, man. Oh. Uh-oh. We got trouble. We got a thief. Take a little detour here. Woo! Oh my god, that landing pose is just so good. That is so great. Oh. Oh. I like a Quicksilver moment there. Oh. Uh-oh, we're late. Oh, she made it.
飛翔将軍、ラフの食べ物は口に合うかな。
ちょっと薄いけど悪くないわ。
だがまさか
The Merlin's Claw, that's what I called it, like the wizard's fang.
手ぶらってのも悪いからね。
That's awesome.
こやつは
ちょっとした手土産よ。
Did she launch him, fly over, eat food, and then finished eating by the time he landed? That's terrifying. She's awesome, dude. I love Rayla. I need more of that. So this morning sequence is just so cool. I love the contrast, just the blue and golds. You see so much personality in these two characters. It's absolutely like, it's just so cool to see how they do it. She's like a cat or a fox or something. She moves super quick, goes off, she's up, just like me. So I kind of relate to her more than the general. The general is much more like my girlfriend. It's 10 o'clock right about now, and she's probably just waking up. So, and I'm already, look, I'm working, I'm doing stuff. I love it. I love it. This is just my relationship right here. Iced coffee versus like warm coffee. They're eating different foods, but like she's devouring it. He's happy, like slowly chipping away at it. And then by the time he's eating, she's already off showering. He's like enjoying it. He's kind of like taking his time. He's got some experience, right? There's no need. There's no rush. He always gets there on time. It's a really fun mix of modern technology, and I love that transition, by the way, when she does that. It's a really fun mix of modern technology and traditional Chinese architecture, which is really cool. It's kind of like retro futuristic, but with a Chinese twist, which is super cool. We get this really fun dashing sequence. I don't know why he's standing there. Just a fun little character addition, I guess. But we get this fun sequence of her like sprinting through the city and like dodging people and trying to get there on time. But she's just having fun with it. She's not like super stressed about being late. She's just like, I kind of want to like be late so I get to do this. That's kind of the vibe I'm getting. Like she's like, it doesn't matter because I'm the best. I can just push myself and run super fast, and I'm always the best. I'm always there on time. She has this like cockiness that I really like. And then she goes, stops this bad guy, cool landing, superhero landing pose. Just wanted to look at this animation real quick. Ooh, I love that. I love that. I wonder if I can get a hold of her 3D model and then do some animations with her. That would be super fun. And then there's this cool sequence of her kind of like going super fast mode, moving faster than people could even like register. Kind of like that shot from, was it X-Men with Quicksilver running around the room and they have like Ave Maria or something playing? I don't remember. But she's obviously a super fast character. She puts everything back into where it was after this guy destroyed everything. We get a fun little slow-mo kick of his face. And she's 1 minute late and she's just hanging out eating bao buns. She probably expends a lot of energy, so they probably both need a lot of food to fuel them, right? And then this old beam says, I didn't expect you to be late, just giving a little bit of attitude. She doesn't get too upset at that and says, you know, can't refuse. How could I refuse this invitation? And then this guy flies in. I don't know how she did that, but that's pretty impressive. She's obviously a very fast character. And then with a little gift, and then it ends so cute. I love that one so much. That was an awesome trailer. I swear Jing Yuan is a Disney princess with how he's always loved by animals. Yeah, he had the little bird on his shoulder, his cat's just hanging out. I love that too. She can get dressed in a second and it still takes 3 hours to get to work. Yeah. 256, she says it tastes mild because she's used to Zhao Chu's spicy cooking. Oh, interesting. That's true. Yeah, he's always cooking with, every time I see his trailers, he's always got chilies in his recipes, right? What if we did a video? Wouldn't it be cool if we did a video where I cooked some of his recipes? Because I love cooking. That'd be a fun one to do. Anyway, I'm getting distracted. Jing Yuan's routine compared to Fei Zhao is like day and night. He's so chill. Yeah, I feel like he's with the general. He kind of has like a seasoned general's vibe to him. So he's done this before, right? He's done this before a million times. He's got everything regimented to the point where he can just relax. He knows when he can relax and he knows when he can crank it. You know, it reminds me of the story of the tortoise and the hare, where it doesn't really matter as long as you're slow and consistent. You're gonna get where you're going. You know, even maybe just as quickly as the rabbit, who is just dancing everywhere, saving people, whatever. Like, it's just two ways to live your life. It doesn't matter. Anyway, that was great. That's it. That's all we got. That was an amazing trailer, but that's it. I don't have anything else.